Apple MacBook Pro. Thanks to a stunning, high-resolution display and Apple's practically revolutionary M1 Pro and Max CPUs, the company's newest 14-inch MacBook Pro seems to offer a complete package for editing images and films while traveling. Is everything being said true? The MacBook has been put to the test during a number of travels and photo shoots, as well as through some benchmarks, and I'll be detailing all of my interactions with this notebook here. The majority of my experiences will be useful to any expert user considering the MacBook Pro, even if my evaluation focuses on photo and video usage. I ultimately decided to buy the 14-inch MacBook Pro base model. Apple's upgrade choices are fantastic for certain clients, but they aren't always required, as I explained in my guide to the MacBook series. Not to mention that selecting a custom order option at the time I made my purchase would have caused the delivery date to be delayed by several months. In terms of raw numbers, the standard specifications, 16 GB of memory, 512 GB SSD, and an 8-core CPU, aren't all that spectacular, especially for a $2,000 laptop. But as I'll discuss in more detail in the benchmarking section, the fundamental figures don't tell the whole story. In actuality, I've been content with the standard model and am relieved that I refrained from upgrading for a higher price. This is also due to the fact that the upgrade options don't often provide significant advantages for photographers, which is how I primarily use this laptop. While having additional RAM is always helpful, I don't intend to use this device for stitching very large panoramas. Additionally, should the necessity arise, the quick SSD enables memory shifting with no performance impact in real-world scenarios. 512 GB on the base 14-inch MacBook Pro SSD is a little drive, but because Apple's enhanced alternatives are so pricey, it's cheaper to buy two bigger external SSDs, giving you the added benefit of a second disk and making it simpler to shift to another computer. Regarding the CPU, it doesn't make much of a difference for photo editing, but it makes a big difference for intensive video use. The fact that this is the first generation of Apple's M1 powered Pros is another reason why I decided to go with the base model. If previous Apple product versions are any indication, the second generation will have some big enhancements and quality of life tweaks, in addition to the anticipated performance boost from the M2 CPUs. I believe it is foolish to overspec a first-generation MacBook, regardless of whether the following generation switches to a smaller node from TSMC or the design just enhances performance for desktop-style applications. For comparison, I use the more space-scaled option at 18:0 x 1169 to give my screen a little more room to breathe. The 14-inch model works flawlessly with this choice, and the software is strong in its support. The menu items do not change in size, but the bar that covers the notch does not, which is the one drawback. The only drawback to this option is this minor graphical inconsistency. Thank
you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, and comment below. Check out the description to find the product link.